think I've amassed enough information to tackle the Q code. So why is Q the 17th letter of the alphabet? Okay, I looked at the Queen albums. Okay, there's lots of Q's everywhere. What's the first thing you create? Okay, when you create the 1x2, the black square. Look at that. It creates a Q that starts planting seeds in the earth. Okay, 5 is representing or a representation of plant life. And that's Q. It's a lowercase q. It's number 17. Okay, so where's the uppercase Q? I think, like I keep saying, I see two-dimensional pictures in here. When you see two-dimensional pictures, you can see rotation, you can see other things. Remember, this is just one slice of a two-dimensional plane. Think of every number in this grid as a different layer of thickness, infinitesimally small, all coming together to make this. Okay, that's the way you got to think of, you know, reality in 3 dimensions when I'm looking at a screen. Anyways, so where am I going? So we are talking about, first of all, let's talk about the number of magnets required in heaven, 174, because it keeps popping up. Now, since we've created, again, the pillars here of the table of Armageddon, okay, right here, Armageddon, 1 of 4 of 5 of 6 of 0, there's your 174, okay, because there are 14 magnets at the end of the axles, okay, but you have to V it to something, okay, you have to V it to 160 magnets, because 32 times 5 is 160, plus 14 is 174. I like these numbers, 174. Anyways, there's one part of it. And the second part of it is your Q code. So look at this. We found the uppercase F. Okay, the uppercase F is right here. It's very interesting because this is a group of 3, and this is a group of 3, okay? And there's a 2 and 2. It's an uppercase F, okay? So that would be the 32nd letter of the alphabet. Okay, uppercase. Look at that. It's on God's left. To the left hand of God, you have a G right next to an F. Now this is a lowercase, a little bit more refined than that G. It's a more, you know, it's still a lowercase g, but it's a fancy G in the same cell as a more simple G. Okay? So what is that? Gravitational field? Girlfriend? You know? Think of that. What's on this side? And this side is the Earth. And that's your G-men. There's your capital G, less refined. Sandwiching an F and a G. GFG, 767. Anyway, so the 13 here, if this is a pivot point, okay, I drew this 1x6 for a reason, and I drew this 1x6 for a reason, okay, when I was creating this table, which is a video that's ancient right now. If you think of this 13, which is very important, which is, you know, part of the Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ, as a pivot point for the C, and think of the C as something that can turn. If it turns this way, you're going to make like a goalpost like in football, okay, or a Y, you know. Turn it the other way, it's going to be like a banner in the wind if you're going that way, let's say. You know, if you go upside down, it's going to be like a fancy capital T. But anyways, if you think of that moving, okay, what is the C? The C is that, okay? It wants to attain balance, meaning it wants to become a circle, okay? If that happens, I think it's going to move away from the 13. Like, it's like here, and when it closes, it'll do something like that. And look at that, there's a 13 over here, anyway. So if you put a circle around a 13, there's your Q. Because you have a one-dimensional line. There's your axle, bridging heaven and the earth. Okay? You have one magnet in heaven, symbolizing the n+2. You have a one-dimensional line symbolizing the n+1, and then you have a big wheel, which creates gain, momentum, which is the end. You have 3 different levels of consciousness. Like in numbers, okay? Like a number theory. Again, once again, it's not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as one group. It's 9 as a group, 0 and 1 are a group, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are a group. There's a trinity of groups of numbers. Start thinking like that, you know, this might come a little easier. Now, Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet for a reason. Look at this. If you have a stairway to heaven, okay, why is an S the number 19? It's 1, 9. How do you get 1, 9? By making a big S. Okay? 19th letter of the alphabet is 1, 9. What is sitting on top of the 1, 9? A 1, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that. It's all your Roman numerals. 8 plus 9 is 17. If you look at the C, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 characters. It's not the 17th letter. Where's the extra 4? The C is a 1. Great. Is this not part of the J. It is. So what's left? Okay? Really? You have to have, I guess, this one. 1, 2, 3. And I think because Q is the 17th letter. Now, if the 7th dimension is nothing, okay, you have to do nothing to see that it's a Q. I think that the extra bits, a part of the J, are going to make a circle around the Q. A circled capital Q. That's what I think it's going to depict. Okay, the JC. Jesus Christ. Okay? Literally, the C will close, making a Q with the tail. Okay? Bridging heaven and the earth. And the top bits here of the J are going to enclose the whole thing. The letter Q is the N. Okay? The circle around it is the N plus 1. And the screen in which you're viewing this video is the N plus 2. It's all there. It's just like in the 6th dimension ego, okay? When you add 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 11 plus 11, you know? Well, if you don't add the 1, because the 1 is the loneliest number. If you add 11, 11, 100, 100, 100, you get 322 because of ego. They don't do anything. Just like the Q, you have to do nothing. You see a circled Q. It's all encircled. There's 17 things, okay? The 1 segment, 2 segment, 3 segment. The C is a new 1, 4, plus the 13 cells is 17. You know, it's just my thoughts. You know, because the F is on this side of, you know, the left hand of God, because I keep saying that the right hand of God is positive, masculine, the left hand of God is negative, feminine. Look at that, it's an F. Okay? Not only that, it's like, of course it's a 13. It has to be a 13, but why is it the 6th letter? I don't know. Okay, there are some of these cells that are repeated. How many unique cells are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? No. 5, 6, 7. Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna stop. But yeah, just there's your F. There's your, you know, magnetic flywheel. Or is it maybe magnetic flywheel? Anyways. Gravitational force on the left. Because it's the left hand of God is like the evil hand of God. Not saying that females are evil. I'm just saying that it's deceptive. Maybe the gravitational force is deception. Because it's incorrect and needs revision, you know, because the earth is not spinning, nor is it a ball that we live on. But it's easy to see how it could be taken as that. But anyway, so yeah, your Q, your 13 plus 4, okay, your Q's there, your 9 plus 8 in the cell, your circled capital Q. These are just thoughts. One more thing, I know that this is the female side as well because it's the side with the flower on it. Okay. Only the girl side has the flowers on it, okay? Your petal, and your center, and your stem, with your little leaves. Your 2 leaves, or is it your 4 leaves? With your one-dimensional line being the stem that the flower sits on. Are you a cabbage? Or a different type of vegetable? Anyways. Masculine side because males lead the way. Okay, you know, all that stuff. And male, female, yada yada. 16. 17. The circle of the capital Q is made of 17, or 16 plus 1.